Right, so good morning, everybody. My name is Katie. I'm a librarian here at the Lyon Township Public Library, and I want to welcome you to this morning's conversation with Flavia from the Oakland County Great Start Parent Coalition. So we're happy to have her here this morning. We're going to talk in a little bit about what the Great Start Parent Coalition can do for you. But first I wanna just talk a little bit about our summer reading program, which requires registration online. So if you go to our website at ltpl.org and then go to the events and scroll down a little bit, you'll see the summer reading link there. It'll talk all about what's required for registration and the cool platform that we're using this year to track everything that you're doing, including reading and attending our online events. And that's all through Read Squared. But if you need assistance with that, feel free to give us a call. We're at 248-437-8800. We'll help you over the phone. You can get registered with us. We'll do it for you. And then we also have options for paper tracking. So one of the upcoming programs I want to invite you to is tomorrow, actually, and it's the Disney Trivia event, and it's going to be online through Zoom. So just go to our event calendar to register yourself or you and your friends and family, and it's going to be at 7 p.m. So we'll be using Kahoot to have participation in the trivia event, and we'll test your knowledge of Disney, all things Disney. We also have live story times every Tuesday and Thursday morning at 10:30. So if you and your little kids want to join in live, just go to our Facebook page at Lyon Township Public Library or at LTPLMI, and we'll be doing that. So it's a lot of fun. Now I would like to introduce Flavia. So I'm just so happy to have this morning to discuss what's available to all of our parents in the community. And so thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, thank you for having us. Yeah, I'm so glad. I always enjoy talking to libraries and anybody who works with families, because this community is so great in that way. There's like so many resources and so many things for families that is always exciting to get to talk to parents about what is available for them.
Yeah, and I think sometimes parents don't always know what's actually out there. So it's always good to be able to discuss it, and they can learn about what's available to them that they may not necessarily run into any other way. So
right, yeah, for sure.
All right, so when first starting out, what should they do? What should they be aware of, especially if they have a little kid that's getting ready for preschool?
So what they can do is visit our website. So to kind of give you a little bit of introduction, the Great Start Collaborative is something that the state entrusted each county with to make sure that the community is aware of all the resources available for early childhood. And early childhood we call from pregnancy through 5 or through 8, depending on the program, on the age. And I wanted to share with you some of our principles. Our principles is that we want all children to be born healthy, all children to be healthy, thriving, and developmentally on track. We want them to be ready to start school and to be prepared to succeed in school by reading proficiently by the age of 8. So what it looks like, and I'm gonna just share something with you, because sometimes like parents get like a bit confused because there are so many logos and so many names and so many programs, and it's like, what is that? Is this Great Start? Is Head Start? What is that? So I just wanted to show you this. And this sort of talks about what is, when we talk about Great Start, there are many pieces to it. So there's the Office of Great Start, is a state funded program. So what we all know or familiar with is the free preschool, right? there in the lower left corner, the Great Start Readiness Program. And that is free preschool for all kids that are 4-year-old. There is there is some qualifications, but the income, you might be surprised that you may qualify for GSRP. Some families think that because it's free, it's just for low income, but this particular preschool has, this program has a sort of higher income eligibility than Head Start, for instance. So we always encourage families to apply. So also there is a part that is called Great Start to Quality, and they help families to find quality childcare and also support childcare providers to make sure that their program is really a great quality.
And that's throughout the entire Oakland County, right?
Yes, yes. Actually, this is for the whole Michigan, but each county has all these parts of the program.
Okay.
And the collaborative is the community engagement, is a big table where everybody that works with families and children of early childhood age get together and collaborate with each other and help each other promote programs, so we are not repeating things, right? But we can offer more things for more families. And then what I love about my job is that the state wants parent participation. They want not just the parent to be there and say, oh yeah, we have a parent there. No, they want parents to say what they need for their families, because sometimes there are so many programs that are kind of planned and launch, and if the family doesn't have a say to say, this is not really working for my community, or this is not really working for my family, it's a waste of resources, right? So we want to make sure that we would do it right from the beginning. So I just wanted to mention this just to give parents a context of what we are talking when we're talking about Great Start Collaborative. We work very closely with the Great Start Readiness Program, and we work together. We're partners, the Collaborative and the Parent Coalition, but just to kind of give a bit of clarity of what the early childhood system looks like in Oakland County. So then I'm going to stop sharing this, and I'm going to show you a really cool website that we have for families to access, and that is going to help them access the resources that they need. So here is, so this is the website for the Great Start Collaborative. And this website is mainly thinking about parents. This is the website for families to find what they need. So if you go to greatstartoakland.org, you're gonna find this page, and you're gonna find different things. We are working on this website constantly. So there are the resources for COVID-19, the tab that is for essential workers that are needing, or people back to work and that are needing childcare, because as you may know, a lots of childcare providers had to close.
Right.
Have children in their programs. So we all this time, the care coordinators were supporting essential workers and now other workers to find childcare to be able to go back to work. There are family activities. This is Bright by Text. That is something that we partner with Detroit Public Television, PBS. It's a great program because you can receive by text things that you can do with your child. You kind of fill it.
That's really helpful and convenient.
It is awesome. Let me show you. It's awesome. What you do is you just click on that button and it takes you to the sign-in sheet. And then you just sign up. You can just, you know, find out how you're going to receive the content. It's one text every 1-2 days, nothing too overwhelming. And you enter your cell phone number, your zip code, the language, and then you can enter your child's date of birth. And every day you receive useful tip, things that you can try with your child, what they are learning. So it's a very nice developmental tool.
Is it customized by the child's age? The kind of
Right,
that you
because when you enter your information, you put your child's date of birth. So they keep track. And it's funny because as I was kind of trying to see how it works to share it with parents, I embedded a child because mine is older. So my imaginary child turned 1 the other day. I didn't remember. So the text said, "Hey, your child is 1 today. What is, these are the things he's been learning." And so it's very, and it uses every moment, everyday situations that you
Okay.
use to build your child's brain. So here we have parenting tips. I'm going to show you that in a second.
Okay.
But this is a great, great website to explore. Here there are upcoming events and different libraries. And then this number that we're going to talk about later too.
Okay.
So if you go to families, you can find in family service a lot of things that you can do.
Oh,
Like you can choose and see prenatal information or things that you may want to know, early learning, social emotional support, and that is a very big one too. Sometimes parents don't know who to ask.
I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, especially when it's overwhelming for yourself, it can be difficult to know how to respond to when your child is having like a.
Well, we are dealing with emotions ourselves, right? As parents, and it's been so hard. We are having meltdowns on a regular basis. They don't might look differently than a child, but we are all struggling. So if you have a question about development or about any other thing, you can go here. You can learn some things. There are like frequently asked questions. You can know why the social emotions is so important. You can get support. There's like a bunch of things. But also we have Ask Karen, and Karen is a licensed counselor that is the early childhood mental health consultant at Oakland Schools.
Okay.
If you want, you can do like a Dear Abby, right? You can use our an anonymous name or whatever, and you get a question. You can read other questions that other parents have submitted to, and they might be useful for you. But if you want to just ask something to Karen and you want it to be not for the website, you can do that too.
Okay.
So these are family services. Like I said, there's tons of things, parenting tips. These are great because they are about everything.
Oh,
We
wow. Oh,
did
yeah.
this one discussing race with your young child. Sometimes with all these things that are going around, they hear things, they see things on TV, things get to them too, right? So they might ask questions that sometimes we don't feel ready to answer. So here are some resources. There's a great TED Talk. There are articles, books and resources. If you want to borrow from the library a book about diversity, there's a list of things that you can do. So these are all ideas that we want to give parents because parenting is hard, and we don't, babies don't come with manuals, right?
That's true.
So here there's like tons of things that you can go over. It would be too long to go over today, but I want parents to see that
This
here.
is available and it's online and easily reached.
Yeah. So this is a lot of those things. But then if you feel like this talks about the Parent Coalition, and in normal circumstances, we would meeting in different locations in our county once a month, and we have a meeting and we have dinner and we have childcare and we have a great time. Now we're doing.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it sounds great. And we have so much fun, and we share and learn so much from each other, and from, also experts that come and talk about different topics. But that is the social connection and what the Parent Coalition is about. So here you have information that is going to be updated this week too.
Okay. So it sounds like it's a good opportunity to meet with other parents and find out you're not alone in what you're going through, or maybe even share information that you may not have gotten if you hadn't met some of these other parents at these places.
And I don't know why, but it feels that when something happens to us, we feel that we are the only ones that are going through that.
Yeah, I think I think that happens to everybody, but
it happens right. And it's so funny that we think that, because it's like, well, this is a world with billions of people. It's kind of likely, but also it's isolates us because we feel that we are like, we're less than, or if that person, I don't see that person struggling with the same issue that I'm struggling with my child. And then we go to a place and we find out that, like, yeah,
they are. It just looks different.
And yeah, how did this work for you? And you know, as we grow and find different solutions and different resources that helped us, we can share with other parents too. So we feel it's great because parents are not just going up to a place to learn, but they are learning and teaching at the same time. So let me go and show you this, which is the great, this is the great part. You know, we were talking earlier, and there are like so many resources being available in the community. And sometimes it happens, whether it's your first child or second child, you feel like, yeah, there's so many things, but how do I know what's for me?
Yeah.
What's the right option for me? What's the right preschool? What is, like, if I can access this service, what is another service that can meet my needs? So parents can call this number, 844-456-5437. And they can call or text. Sometimes it's like, oh, I have a minute, but I'm not gonna be on the phone with somebody. I'd rather text while I do other things around the house. So that is a great way to connect. And so you can find parenting support. You are not sure if your child is developing on track. They are going to help you get that developmental screening that you need to see how your child is doing. They are going to give you information and answer questions about free preschool. Home visitation. Home visitation is a wonderful, wonderful service available for families. And sometimes, because families don't know what it is about, they don't really use it. And it's such a great resource.
Are there any considerations for the coronavirus? Are they making home visits now? Do they come with PPE?
Well, home visits right now are mostly virtual.
Okay.
But as a program, it supports parents in the way that there are topics that, you know, we are not sure how to tackle or how to find solutions for a family. So the home visitor is a person who kind of walks with you that journey. And there are different ages, programs for the different ages, but it's a relationship that you have with your visitor. So it's confidential. Whatever you do, it's with your, and you talk about, doesn't go beyond the two of you. So it's a relationship of a lot of trust too.
Are they usually counselors or?
No, they are trained home visitors.
Okay.
Each program has their training program, the training aspect, and they are backed up by a great curriculum. In each case, like several different programs. So they do things by the curriculum, and they are very supported by their supervisors and whole program as a whole. So it's a great tool. So if you want to know about that, you can call this number and they can give you the information. You can do also the developmental screening online too, in English and Spanish.
Okay.
And then, as you interrupt me, I'm gonna just.
I'm so sorry.
No. Feel free to stop me. We have so much to share that I feel like I don't have enough time to say it.
I'm the same way too when I talk about the library. There's so much to talk about, and I'm always happy and excited to
Yeah.
share about it, so I totally understand.
Cool. Yes. Awesome. So one thing that I wanted to share too is the Facebook. Can you see it? Okay. Perfect.
Yes.
So the Facebook page is the Great Start Collaborative Oakland. So you can go to Facebook and look us up, and you're gonna find us because there's this beautiful girl with her colorful hands. So in the Facebook page, you're gonna be able to find a lot of resources too. And my thing is loading, but you can see information about, oh, and let me go back just a second to the website, because we were talking about free preschool.
Yes, preschool.
So this is something that parents need to know. You can go, you can call the number and ask about free preschool, but you can also look it up in our website, in families free preschool.
Okay.
You're gonna see about Head Start, about Great Start. You can find Head Start locations, GSRP locations. You can see the information about eligibility. What is your family? What can your family qualify for?
Mm-hmm.
You can connect with us. But here is all the information about free preschool. And sometimes we encourage parents to find out, even if they think that their income may not make them qualify for free preschool, find out, because you might be surprised. You might be surprised. And then also here you have another tool in families enrolled in K-12. You can find a way to look for all the districts and click on each district to find out about the enrollment.
So you could choose where to enroll for free preschool, or?
This is for K-2.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, yes.
Oh, that's fine. For go back. You can see the locations here. So GSRP locations. You might want to know what you qualify first, what you qualify for first, but the locations you can look for closer to your neighborhood. And then if you have older kids, just because parents are, we are all uncertain what this next year is going to look like. So we want them to have at least a starting point to for enrollment.
Okay.
So if you know your school district, you can click and you're going to be directed to the website where they have the enrollment, and you can do it online.
Oh, that's
right?
nice. That's very convenient. How long
Yeah.
does it usually take?
Pardon me?
How long does it usually take to apply for enrollment?
Well, this would refer to the school district. So I'm guessing each school district has a different, like, let's choose Royal Oak just for an example. So you're going to be directed to the website, and then it's like how to enroll, schools of choice, all the information that you need to know. And then from there on, if that is going to be your, that's where your child is going to be just to go to school, you communicate with that district. If it's preschool, so here you have the eligibility. You can even check if you are income eligible for Head Start.
Okay.
Here is the one. Here are the dates too, because sometimes there are different dates for different programs. For Head Start, your child must be 3 or 4 by September the 1st, while in GSRP, the child must be 4 by December the 1st. So that sometimes right, it might affect the decision that the family may make about preschool. And then here, check if you're income eligible, so you can see what are the the eligibility, the income eligibility guidelines. And
Mm,
for GSRP is a little bit higher than Head Start. Usually there are not a lot of slots in Head Start because they really focus on helping the most vulnerable families or the ones that need it the most. So GSRP kind of covers the next, a little bit of the next, but they are both high quality preschool programs. So any family that can access either Grey Start or Head Start, they are getting quality preschool. Not because it's free, it's not quality, it's really good quality preschool. So here you can apply, and if you can do it online, but then if you want to reach out to a care coordinator, here you can fill up the application online. But if you're kind of halfway and you have a question and you want to text or call, you can do that to make sure that your doubts are kind of answered to.
it's good to have those options too, especially
Yeah.
if you're in the process of filling out the application and you have a question.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're encouraging all parents to enroll because you know, it's going to be what it's going to be at the time, but we want to make sure that nobody's going to be like, oh, there are no more slots or no more spaces in this program for you. So we want to make sure that they apply. So that's what's available.
Is
There's
there a deadline?
pardon me?
Is there a deadline for applying to preschool?
No, but the slots kind of fill up soon.
Fast, okay.
And with preschool, what happens is we want to have all the information because usually how many spaces are going to be available is going to be determined by the budget that the governor signed on June, July, or August.
Okay.
So we want to make sure that we have all the information that we need before that time. So we can, you know, then after that, we can make sure that families are served and everybody has their service and their free preschool program. So yeah, but I love that they put like, we were able to put like the Enroll K-12 to do all your family in one website. You have a preschooler and you have a second grader and you have a 8th grader and you can enroll them all here, like just going to your school district.
All in one place. That's really helpful.
Yes, because we find that once families find the resources, it's easy to use them, but sometimes it's overwhelming to get to find them.
Or even know where to start.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why we are very proud of our parenting line, Help Me Grow, which is the number in our website too. So we want to make sure that, and that's why we work very closely with all our partners in the county. We make sure that we have all the information so we can support families too. So yeah, so and then the only other thing that I wanted to share with you, apart from the website, apart from our page, that if parents are social media users, they can get lots of resources, great tips. Also, we have the parents group, and the parent group is a Facebook group. But what we do every week, we have a time of coffee conversation. It's on Fridays at 11.
Okay.
We get together in a Zoom meeting and we talk about things that are in our minds as parents. Sometimes we have a topic, and sometimes a parent comes with something that is weighing on them and they are really needing to talk about another topic, and we are very open and very flexible because that's life too, right?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm. So we have these meetings and we have a lot of fun, and parents don't worry about I mean, you can have your webcam on or your webcam off. We have kiddos parading in the back on our laps, dogs. It's, yeah, that is our time to be real and open. So we're happy to have everybody. So yeah, but if you want to, and any parent that is watching that, they want to know more, or they just want to kind of ask questions, just connect with our website. You can find about the Parent Coalition here, anything that, or you don't even remember where it was, just call us. The care coordinators are awesome people. It's going to be Alicia, it's going to be Courtney, or Christine. They are awesome. And they are going to connect you with whatever you're looking for.
Well, that's excellent. Thank you so much for sharing. I think that these resources are wonderful and it's good to bring awareness to them. So thanks for explaining all the different aspects of what Great Start Collaborative does for the community and showing us where to look for them online.
Well, it's my pleasure. So at any time, feel free to drop by and say hi on a chat, on a text, on an email, on the Facebook. We're there.
All right, well, I'm so happy to have hosted you and thank you for taking time out of your day to answer my questions and hopefully some of the parents' questions as well. And thanks again for showing us all the wonderful resources available.
Oh, you're more than welcome. We love doing that.
All right, everybody, have a good day.